most of these people, they don't understand what Gen Z. They think Gen Z people I like they are just active on Instagram. They just only post stories. They are not doing work. In actual, Gen Z is taking up initiatives. They are actually working more than talking. They are just taking care about action.
Hello and welcome. The world is yours for the taking. Let's talk about the triumphs, the challenges, and the dreams of the next generation on my youth talk show, Say Something with Mads. This channel is all for youth and their views on the issues which matters the most. Welcome Krishna Saproo today. He's joining me from Pune, but he's actually from Jammu. Hi Krishna, how are you doing?
I am doing great. What about you?
I'm doing great too. Thank you so much for joining. And Krishna has a lot to discuss with me today, but I will only introduce him as an Ashoka changemaker. He's on the top 20 list of changemakers in 2022. He has his own NGO. We will talk about all this and more, but I want Krishna to talk about himself, his journey from his education in Jammu to now where he is in Pune. And over to you, Krishna. Let's take us through the your passion, your life, your likings, your food habits, etc. Anything which you want to share with us.
So, uh, hello everyone. My name is Krishna, and I'm from Jammu and Kashmir. And I was born and brought up in Jammu, and I did my education over there. And I'm originally my roots are from Kashmir, so my I have been like I have been there for a long time, like in Jammu and Kashmir. So I have been adapted to that type of climate, and now I'm in Pune. I am like I feel no change over here because it's almost similar. And
Mm.
it was like I feel like I always feel good when I talk about like with my friends about Jammu and Kashmir over here, and sharing the the delicacies of Jammu and Kashmir. So we were recently talking about how to make it, and how to make it in the hostel. So we even tried it in making it in hostel in the kettle, electric kettle we
Mhm.
have. So we made non-veg food in that, like non-vegetarian food, because and I'm fond of non-vegetarian food, especially mutton and chicken. It's like my favorite delicacies. And
Okay.
apart from that, I have a weakness of sweet as well. But though I have cut it down over here once I joined the institution, uh, I joined either Pune recently, and I have been here for a long time. And like long time, by long time I mean 4 to 5 months. And I'm currently studying in first year of BSMS. BSMS stands for Bachelor's in Sciences and Master's in Sciences. So this is all about research that we are doing. It's a research institute where we are studying, which is not known by many, but has a lot of significance actually. It was started in the year 2008, and it was for people who were like not pursuing research. They wanted, the government wanted to promote research, and for that this
Mm.
was started. And now it is like a lot of youth is getting attracted towards research. They wanted to do something in the field
Mm.
of sciences, so that's why they are joining this institute.
Mm.
And I'm proud to be part of this institute. And apart from
Mm.
that, I have been doing a lot of other things apart from academics. I'm into the running an NPO, no, that is namely Management Nirakaran, which is for mental health wellness, for which I will be talking more and more further.
Yes, we'll be talking more. Krishna, I would like to ask you at this juncture, what was did you do your schooling from CBSE or state board, and what kind of preparation you're talking to get into IISER? You have been talking a lot about this, and pre-interview we had a chat about this particular institute, how great work you young people are doing. It's a 5-year course, so I want you to talk to the youth about what kind of preparation is needed and which board you were and how to get into this institute.
I was from CBSE board, and so our education was like moreover like conventional. I call it conventional because it has a lot. There is not understanding things nowadays. What we do is like learn things, go for CBSE board exam, and then come back again. So we are not into understanding that logic. So for if anyone like for getting into either, it's more over like you have to understand the things. I mean, understand the logic, and preparation involves like you have to go for each for all the subjects. I mean, PCMB. You have to study all that
Okay.
combination in order to get into either. Because here, what we are promoting is the interdisciplinary study education. I mean, you will get a taste of sciences with humanities and also certain other subjects like data sciences there. So and a lot of other fields. So we are getting experience at one place. That for
Hmm.
that purpose, we have to also get experience of sciences. So for that, we have
Hmm.
to understand things in a proper manner. I mean,
Hmm.
logically, we have to solve the things. It's not more of a rectification thing that we will go
Hmm.
in the exam and sit with the
Hmm.
rectification, and
Amazing.
they can
Hmm.
people can solve out the these JE exam papers, and that's the only thing that they can do. Or there is another thing that is called Qubit Pune. They have their
Hmm.
own papers for either exam that is called IAT. They can solve it for that, and I'm sure people who are interested in sciences and want to do something in the field of sciences can easily do. If they are interested, they will easily do it, and they would be able to join this institution.
Krishna, but let's talk about your journey as an activist. So I remember you were talking about that right from childhood. Who had you did use the word change maker that time. You were a disruptor, or you said revolutionary. You had taken part in different activities to change the world. When did all this start, and how do you get inspired to become a change maker right from a young age? Is it coming from home, or what is the background of this change making mental? You always where you said right from childhood. So what is it, the background?
Since the childhood, I was like a keen observer. I used to observe things, what is happening, and I used to observe those things. And I used to feel sometimes like in our society, a lot of things are going wrong, and there is no one who is here to correct those things. So that time, I had an idea. I wanted to do this. I want to make some
How
change
old
in
were
the
you?
society. I was like around in class fourth, I suppose. Yeah, fourth, fifth class.
That young.
Yeah.
Grade 4, you realize that there is not something wrong in the society and you need to do something. That's
And for
great.
that purposes, I went to my academic director. In our school, there used to happen these cleanliness drives. And I was like, okay, cleanliness drives are happening. Let's take part in it. And I took part in it. And that time it was some, like, everyone used to enjoy those things. But then I found that it is like I'm cleaning my vicinity only. I mean, it's like cleaning my home, but not going to outside. It's charity begins at home, and I'm only at home, and I'm not
Uh,
going to other places. So then I found out that why not to clean outside area as well, where we found plastic and all those things. And whenever I used to see plastic, I used to alone take up those things and throw it off and all those things. Then after that, I found my academic director. She was like a supportive person. She used to support me in whatever I did in my change making journey. She has still now, she supported me. And her name was Miss Sonia Thakur. She supported me, and last month she left this world. But and I felt bad for that. She was like quite supportive person. I mean, she helped me in my change making journey. So she changed my perspective. She made me more like think open mindedly about how society should work, and she taught me like a lot of things. I got to know a plethora of things from her. And at that time, at that time when I talked to her, and she suggested me certain things like cleanliness drives were there, and then we had a spick and span mission, all those things going on in the school. And from that, I got an idea. Why not to get some friends with me and start something called revolutionaries, a group of revolutionaries. At that time, making was not that cool. So revolutionaries, okay, we'll create a revolution in the society. हम तो revolutionaries hai. It was like that. And we used to like if we used to find anything going wrong. I mean, related to climate, so like environment friendly, say like plastic, we would be throwing it off. If anyone is throwing anything out of us, we used to stop them. Why are you doing this? You don't know about the roads. And also there is a canal like which flows in front of the school. Like we go out of the school, people in the bus used to throw out the garbage into that, and even other
hmm.
people as well. We,
Hmm.
I stopped them because at that time I was in class fourth and fifth, so I couldn't do a lot of tasks. Then I found out that okay, now it was like class seventh, eighth. I mean, till sixth I was doing this only climate change, and then class six and seven I found that so after class six I found youth should be empowered. Youth needs to get empowered. So I started something for them. I started because many of them had stage fear. They couldn't go on stage, so I started talking to them and why are you going on stage? I mean, why are you too much like shy of? And I will help you out, no issue. So I helped them out and I started empowering youth for that. I mean, youth should get empowered. They should do something for the society. And again, revolutionaries were there, so they used to help and all do all such stuff. And
Hmm.
soon after that, it was class 10th. Now it was class 10th, and I remember it was month of May when our exams were going. And I found one of my friends. He used to sit in a corner, aloof, because we were getting some test papers back and he was getting less marks in it and he used to like sort of I could say some going through some mental health issues. But we had a like that Indian mental, not Indian, I would say, I mean the stereotypic mentality at that time. We were not knowing that what mental health is. We started teasing him. I mean, teasing him as in that means like we said, ये तो पागल पागल है, ये तो पागलपन है, इसको छोड़ो यार, leave him, अकेला बैठने से तो बैठने दो, it's पागलपन and all those things. And we weren't able to understand that this problem is not pagalpan, this is actually mental health. And I used to find it like, okay, like everyone I used to also, okay, होगा मैं पागलपन ही है तो ऐसे अकेले बैठना.
Hmm.
Then I read about it somewhere, and it's like mental health issues are going on and all those things are happening. And then I started doing some sort of research. It took me like, I mean, two weeks to actually figure out what is actually happening. Then I found out Sangeeta Chikitsa during that time on the music therapy thing. And I thought I should help him out. And I told him just listen to your favorite music, you'll feel good and don't feel jealous about the marks if one is getting more than you. And it's okay if you're getting less marks. It's just like a lesson because failures are actually a lesson. Even I have faced a lot of failures in my life. So I feel like it's like a lesson for me. I have learned a lot of things, how to work hard from it. And then I told him, and he felt after 2 to 3 weeks, I talked to him again. I found a change in him because the music he was listening was somehow upbeat, and it felt a change in him. Then I thought, like, mental health issues not in only my class. It's not only with this person. It might be with other people as well. So we formed a team and class
And
to
you
class
and
campaign.
this guy also joined, this friend of you.
No, actually, I was alone at that time because he wasn't
Acha.
aware what, like, he was still like, okay, mental health issues are there. He was saying something and he thought that I'm just saying some jargon and he wasn't able to understand what I'm trying to say. I wasn't knowing that counselors, I was knowing counselor, I suggested him in my school. They got the help from the counselor, but like in the school, the counselors don't aren't that much effective. So
Hmm.
after that, I thought it's not the issue with my class only, or it might not be issue with this person. There are many people. Then I started some organization. At that time, I
Hmm.
didn't name it. I thought I should start some organization, and I will be working for mental health now. And at that
Okay.
time, I was sure like I would be working for this, and I would be bringing a change in the society now. Now I know what is my now I have identified the problem
Goal.
in which I
Hmm.
want to work. Yeah,
Hmm.
like you can say goal. I know now going to work on this particular problem. So I started working on this, and then we in the month of October, I mean, just before my birthday, I named this organization Honest Nirakaran because in the meanwhile, I met one of my friend who was in Chennai. So he suggested me that what you are doing is great. In your school, you have done. In your locality, you have done. Now go to like other states as well. It's not only your state. First of all, cover your whole state. I mean, whole region. Then come to other states as well. You'll feel like a lot of problems are there related to mental health. And at that time it was 10th class, so board exams, all those things. So I said him, okay, I'll see to it. I'll see to it. I'll surely someday we will be like all over India and even in the overseas countries. Don't worry. It was like I just told him. And that guy said, Sure, sure. Why not? Then after that, what happened? Like started working on the organization. In the meanwhile, there was a phase when I started facing trolls. Trolls, as in people used to think people started making fun of me. Some people started making memes out of me, and even some people thought that he is bringing some westernized agenda over here. It's like what is mental health? Mental health is western agenda है ये पागलपन को तुम promote कर रहे हो and all those things. And
Oh,
I,
really? Okay. Hmm.
and I found that why people are like this. They don't, if they are not aware of certain things, they should actually learn, and they should be like, they should not
Hmm.
like demotivate youth like if they are taking some steps. At that point, I was thinking like, should I continue or not? It was like that. But I
Hmm.
have determination and will and a team behind me who was always ready to take up action. They believe because I believe in action rather than talking. So we moved ahead, and these people who were actually making trolls for me, they were, I call them actual supporters of mine. They are actually
Hmm.
the real supporters because in the haters I see the supporters.
Hmm.
These people actually led to my growth. I mean, they helped me to expand further. In my
Hmm.
region, people got to know me, and after that, my organization became famous. People came to me, and we started awareness sessions. These people made me too much famous, and I always thank them. Because of them, I am like, people know me, know a lot about me. People now had a notion that this guy doesn't know anything about mental health now because he's a kid. How a kid can see mental health? He's not having any professional degree or anything. These people also, I told them, I'm just spreading awareness and just doing what youth has to do. I'm just playing the part of small part of mine in this. Then these haters helped me a lot, and I grew a lot. And my organization expanded to 20 plus Indian cities at that time. I mean, in class 11 and 12 during this time. And now we are expanding to further other cities. I mean, we 2 weeks back we started planning out for the Kerala chapter, and now we are going to launch it soon in next week. And like we
So,
have now expanding.
tell me, this is an amazing journey. It's a story worth writing. I think I should write a book on this. How, when you started the beginning of your institute, first of all, this name is so unique. Is it because you were interested in writing poetry, and because of this word is purely something which is very, very ingrained? It has a Sanskrit connotation, it is very rooted in Indian culture. So, where does this name come from?
This is actually a Tamil and a Sanskrit word, Bondage
Yes.
Nirakara. So
Yes.
this word actually came into my mind when I was actually thinking about like what should I name my organization. Then I found out people were talking like westernized agenda and all those things. In the meanwhile, I thought, let's connect people with the roots. I mean, our secondary aims, like we have different aims. One of primary is the work for mental health. Secondary, we promote the ancient Indian culture as well. So for that purposes, we named it Monas and Nirakaran in order to connect people with the roots. People should get to know more about the Indian heritage. Monas and
Mm,
Nirakaran means in a, so that's why and this word
that's
also makes
amazing.
people feel good.
It does feel good when you suddenly relate that this somebody is not giving me some foreign connection. It is talking about Indian ethos, Indian culture, and then somehow you get very warm feeling when you look at the name. I applaud you for this name particularly, and of course for the work. So tell me, I've just wanted to ask you, I didn't want to interrupt you before. So when you started, when you did this name and all, so you said your idea was to spread awareness. So you did it how? Is it through Instagram, or what was your medium? Did you go to schools and talk? What was the first thing you thought that this is how I should spread awareness? Did you make posters? Did you talk about it? Did you make reel? What was it? What was the medium?
Yeah, sure. So initially, like, we had actually made a pact in class fifth that my friend said we won't be on social media until we are 80. So that was a like, okay, I want to run my organization, but this pact is coming in between. So in class 10th, I didn't thought of starting an Instagram account. So I also thought that let's work offline, because if you make offline connections that are better and real, actually, and offline connections help me a lot. I mean, we used to go to some like we used to talk to take a group of 4 to 5 people. It's psychology that if you talk to a group of 4 to 5 people, I mean maximum 4 to 5, there won't be like they would be, and with the same sort of interest, you would be able to convey your message better. So I did that, and after that, we did this pattern. We started it in Indian villages. There are gram panchayats. They just sit together under a tree and like that. We just followed the same system. We just had like we used to go to some
Circle.
ground or something like that. We used to sit together and we used to talk about our whole day and how the journey is going, how the life is going,
So,
what
who
is
were the
like.
people, Krishna? Who were the people who joined you? How did you get those people? They were school friends, college friends. Who?
Yeah, they were actually my school friends only. I mean, school friends and also kids living in my locality. So these people actually joined because I just it's like you have to talk to them. Okay, would you like to join this session? They would say initially, no, we are not interested and all those things, because like it's like we are going to give some lecture. I never believed in giving lecture. It's like moreover connect people, interactive sort of session. It's like talk to people, because if you give them lecture, they will think that they are just saying some jargon and they don't like listen to it carefully, and then a lot of blunders happen. So
Hmm.
to avoid that, we started this interactive thing. We just, because we believe that ancient Indian culture, like ancient Indian cultural values, we took them up, like the Gram Panchayat thing. It's actually the way we connect people, and people get to know about each other, what's happening around. So it used to be like we used to sit in a circle, we used to talk to each other, and people used to share their problems, whatever they had. I mean, problems as in, okay, my exams aren't going good. So this you guy used to say, what's the problem with which subject you have problem with, and all those things. They used to solve it in that way. And this all happened, and after that, even in school, I used to start it in class, sit in a group of 4 people, 5 people, and we used to discuss. And we used to discuss about a lot of things. So from this was like the primary step that we involved. And I never told them that this is awareness session. If I would have said that, these people wouldn't have
Opened up
that
for that
reaction.
much. Hmm.
Yeah, opened up for that. They wouldn't have that whatever they expressed. They wouldn't have done that earlier if I would have said this is some awareness session. Because if you give some formal names, these people avoid, people hesitate from sharing. So I felt that that was a better way to convey people like my message of mental health awareness. Then after in class 11th, I break that pact. I broke the pact that I would be using Instagram because it was necessity at that time, because I wanted to know, I wanted to connect to people. So then I was on every social media platform, and I went there. I started connecting with a lot of people, and there we used to spread awareness through the Instagram posts. We started,
Hmm.
and soon after Reels started, and we did that. We used that as well. And also I started a blog at that time. During that, through that blog, we used to just share some topics which used to convey certain message. Though blog wasn't related to this, but I felt like blogs can be a way where people could express. So I formed a team with my 7 friends, and there they used to share something about different topics. So it was also a way of making people to express their feelings by writing something. Because I believe
Hmm.
writing and sing music, these two are the best thing, because music is actually the first thing that led to the start of the organization. I always say music has led to the start of every journey of my life. I would say
Hmm. Hmm.
music is like,
How did Ashoka Changemaker Award Fellowship change your life? How did it happen? And did you apply for it? And you were chosen? And since then, the focus must have changed. You must have been on many channels or many platforms to talk about this. And suddenly, this must have gone big after the award. So, take us to the journey of the Ashoka Changemaker you list of 2022. You were one of them.
yeah. So Ashoka Young Changemaker, to be honest, is a blue tick of my life. Like it's like a blue tick for me. wherever I go, people recognize me. Oh, you are a Ashoka young change maker. That's great thing. And like they interact with me and they take me seriously at that point of time.
Krishna, tell me, before you were chosen, did you know about this?
Before I was chosen, I wasn't aware there is something like that for like young change maker thing and all this. This is something like that is happening. Because in India, I was aware like nobody takes you seriously. Even politicians don't. So I was like, okay, I'm just doing this work, and I mean, at some point of time, maybe some other person will take over this, and it's like a loop going on, but no solution to that problem. And I was one day surfing on Google and I found Ashoka young change maker during that time. And I got to know, oh, there is something for youth as well. And then I filled up the form. And after that, I got nominated by one of my mentors. So like mentors, as in like my physics teacher helped me to fill that up. So that he helped me up in filling up that form. And after that, I thought, okay, it's done. And I'm not sure what will happen next. Then one day I got a call from Ashoka's office that you have been selected for the first round of screening,
Wow.
and you are supposed to be on an interview call. I was like, oh, which application are they talking about? That I feel like in September. Now I'm getting a call in November. Okay, okay. I said that at that time. Okay, I'll be the part of I'll join that call. I joined the first screening call, and then after that I thought that okay, next round I won't be able to clear. I might have made some mistake. I was like I'm nervous. I was nervous in the interview because this was for the first time that I gave like I usually I'm not nervous, but at that point of time I was like, okay, I'm nervous and all this. Then I was like selected for the second and third and the fourth, and I finally got selected as a Shoka Young Change Maker. And I wasn't like I wasn't like it was every time. Okay, after this round, I'm done. It's done. I won't be able to take it further. And it was like, but though, that wasn't actually a sort of interview. They used to teach us a lot of things in that point of time. Like they used to come up with the new things. They used to teach us a lot of things and about change making. I got to know a lot of. I won't say teach, but they used to. Yeah, it was all about learning. I learned a lot of things from them during that interview sessions or the panels that we had. A lot of panels we had. So in that we used to discuss about a lot of things, and I got a lot of insight, and that it still helps me out in my life. I mean, in the change making.
Absolutely. It's such a huge thing. What you are speaking so confidently, actually, maybe people realize that you have started something very unique, which because of your Indianness, just talking about not about mental health, but you connected it to Indian ethos. So that is something very unique, and you rightly uh, must have cleared so many things. They must have seen a great potential in you. Now tell me, life after that. So what was the thing which changed completely?
Life after that. It was like I earlier also said, it was like blue tick in my like change making journey. So wherever I go now, people know me. Okay, Krishna Saproo is here. He's a young change maker, Ashoka young change maker, and people take me now seriously. Like I say something,
Mm,
okay, it has a value now. Otherwise, it was
mm,
just Krishna is saying. Now it's like a Krishna, the young change maker is saying. So people
mm,
get to know like, okay, we are
mm,
let's take it like people take me seriously. Though I would say like still people around me in the college sometimes feel like this guy is just wasting his time, not focusing upon academics. Though I'm trying
mm,
to like they don't know that at my part I'm trying to balance both of the things because my
mm,
academics is now related to mental health only. Like I
mm,
personally have started working on some neurobiology related projects and I had taken up in the class 12, but now I'm personally working on that. I mean, I have developed certain connections and I met a lot of musicians. Now I'm talking to them and I'm
mm,
getting experience at how to inculcate this
mm,
thing in like through
mm,
neurobio because I want to complete all those pending research papers related to music therapy because I want to
mm,
do a complete research on this so that people should get a proper solution. I don't want people to rely on drugs anymore.
mm. So you have what you had continue. But I see a thread in you is that you are very research oriented and you are at the right place. This is like Providence had brought you here. You are also into deep diving into something and not just upar se kar lo, fir move on. Like you are into serious studies. I was going to ask you this, when you had all the sessions with your friends, when you were in grade 11 and 12, a lot of time must have been taken. Like 3-4 घंटे आप बैठते थे बातें करते. So how did your parents react to this phase? So were they supportive or were they anxious कि ये कर क्या रहा है? Or did you balance them to convince them कि हाँ मैं पढ़ भी रहा हूँ, मेरे grades भी अच्छे आ रहे हैं और मैं ये साथ में कर रहा हूँ? So what was the your parents' reaction and contribution?
Initially, I would say they weren't able to understand what I'm like. They weren't like, they were like, "ये कर क्या रहा है? I mean, what is it going on?" Though they were supportive always, they supported me from day one onwards. So then after that, they got to know that I'm working for mental health. So they
हाँ,
also got to know a lot about mental health from me,
through
and
you.
also they
Yeah. Hmm.
on their own as well. So I won't give that credit to me only, but yeah, Google and other resources that help me, that help them to know a lot about mental health. And even they now feel like, okay, it is important nowadays, and they take care of that. I mean, I felt a change when I from a transition from school to college. I saw a change in their, like, whenever my parents call me. Earlier, they used to be like, "Kaha hai?" and all those things. Even if sometimes during the night time I go for a walk, they never ask me, "Where are you?" or something like that. They just ask me, "Okay, be safe. I mean, take care of yourself, take care of your health. I mean, particularly mental health." They say that same thing. So
Conversation
I
has
would,
changed.
yeah,
The,
conversation now.
hmm.
And it's
Also,
like, moreover, they don't ask me things. It's me who is telling them things. What has happened in the whole day.
so, Krishna, while I was talking to you, I remember you said that millennials are a hurdle in Gen Z's growth, and I found it very interesting. And you said that I want to talk about this. What is it that you feel that millennials are doing that they are not able to understand what Gen Z is all about? So I want to hear this from you.
Yeah, see, like it's like a certain sect of millennials. I mean, especially the celebrities and all the youth activists. I mean, most of these people, they don't understand what Gen Z. They think Gen Z people, I like, they are just active on Instagram. They just only post stories. They are not doing work. In actual, Gen Z is taking up initiatives. They are actually working more than talking. They are just taking care about action. They just want that their primary problem should get the solution. They are not. They are more of a solution. They are creating. They are not only solution centric, but also they are trying to, like, get more, eradicate the root causes related to the same.
Hmm,
But
got
there
it.
are certain millennial celebrities who usually, I have seen their tweets and even Instagram stories which talk about, like, Gen Z has Gen Z is more over thinking about TikTok and Instagram reels. It's not like that. They are not working for that. They are not just working for getting into some institution and abroad. It's like, moreover, they want to bring change. Whereas these millennials are like, biggest hurdle, these type of millennials, because they don't let you bring change. They just want their propaganda, whatever it is. They just want to promote that and create an enmity in the society related to Gen Z. A
Yes.
notion related to Gen Z is created in such a way because these influencers have value. Their words have a value, and
Hmm.
they say it in such a way that sometimes Gen Zers have to stop their work in either. I mean, they usually, a lot of people have stopped their work because of that, because
Hmm.
because people demotivate them. It's like,
Hmm.
motivate them. If they are not getting the results, it takes time.
So you mean to say that the people, young people, are keeping themselves as a success a barrier, that okay, marks, grades, even now, like this has been on for years and years because of Indian education system. It is so ingrained that okay, I am good enough if I have this marks or this grade or this A star, otherwise I'm no good. So this has still there in the mind of Gen Z, is something which is very very, I think, worrying factor. Yes. And as
Yeah,
you said, very small. This is something very small in the bigger picture. You won't even remember this 20 years down the line, how much you scored in chemistry, how much you did in physics. and bio. So
Yeah, because
great, good.
actually society doesn't care about it, because at last they would be thinking about, okay, this person is now successful, this is like he is well settled, and they would just take care. Okay, how are you? They will never ask, okay, how many marks you had in class 10, how many
Correct, correct.
marks you had in class 12. They would just ask, how are you? And nowadays, like, if anyone calls me, like, not only, I won't say relatives, but yeah, people, like, who
Kitna
had
marks
been,
mein?
they don't ask me, never. They never ask me how many marks you got. They just ask me, how are you? How's everything? They just ask me these things. It's not like that. कितने marks मेरे थे 12th में. If I would have
Correct.
got good marks, if I would have got good marks or bad marks, it doesn't mean that that decides my future, or that decides my image and in the society. That is just for that doesn't decide whether how much knowledge I have. That doesn't calculate
Mm.
that as well. That is just a part and parcel of the life.
I think it also comes from a lot about parenting, how your parents treat you at home, what kind of confidence they give you, what kind of pressure are they putting on you, their aspirations on you. All this, I think it comes a lot from home, rather than we blame the school. अच्छा school में ये नहीं वो इतना competition है, but it's come from
To
home. You are what you
to be
are
honest,
taught from
like,
childhood.
to be honest, like I always say that marks are actually the battery percentage of my brain, how much it can retain before exam. If I'm getting like 100%, okay, that day my brain was charged 100%. That's why it kept 100% of the content in it. Because before exam, we are just ratification of the thing is happening. That is just a
Correct.
percentage of ratification that we do. So
That's
it
so.
just
That's
don't
so.
care about it.
Exactly. If you think that way, you are not what you retain, then go and write something. Kind. Lovely. Now is the time you get to ask me a question, and I'm waiting for that question this eagerly from all my young guests. What do they want to ask me? Anything, and let me see what you have for me.
Like my question would be, why only young change makers? Why not millennial change makers? Like, why you found that it's like only young change makers are there? Because there are all some boomers and millennials who are also making some change. Why only young change makers you are fascinated with it, like taking their story up on the book?
Yeah, actually, I never thought about it, but this age group fascinated me always, like grade 9, 10, 11, 12, 9 onwards. That is my area of work with them. I like probing their mind, what kind of things going on, what is their personal journey. I'm very interested in their personal journey also. They get into a lot of changes, relationships, heartbreaks, mental ups and downs. This is the age when they need somebody to talk to, and I really love talking to this particular age group from 15, 16 to 20. This I understand them better, so I talk to them regularly. So I think that's comfort factor also because of that. So a good question. Good question. Okay, we will not end today's talk without listening a few lines because you write. And for my audience, I must tell you, he is writing his own poetry book, and he has mastered. He talks in Kannada, he writes in Marathi, Kannada, Hindi, English, and whatnot. So let me hear some few core lines to end this show. Over to you, Krishna. What would you recite?
Yes. This is one of my English poems that I've recently written. So it goes like this:
Okay.
in the
Okay.
vast expanse of a universe so grand, where stars shine bright and galaxies expand, there exists a love that's pure and true, a cosmic reunion meant for me and you. Amidst the endless voids of space and time, our souls entwined in a cosmic rhyme. In the midst of darkness, we found the light, a love that shines so brilliantly bright. The stars above, they twinkle and glow as we embrace in a love that we both know. Our hearts beat as one, a cosmic symphony. In this vast universe, we found our destiny. The planets align, the comets sweep by, as we revel in a love that's as infinite as the sky. A cosmic reunion that's meant to be. A love that's as boundless, as endless, sea. So let us bask in the cosmic glow and let our love continue to grow. And let our love continue to grow in the vastness of the universe above. We found a love that's cosmic reunion of love. Thank you.
Wow. It's a love poem. Wow, lovely. And do you dedicate to somebody special in your life, or you write romantic poems normally?
Uh, it's actually related to my homeland, Kashmir. So it's related to the beauty and nature. It's all about
Wow.
it's like
Cos
it's the beauty.
it can be about anybody. It can be about a person. It can be about cosmos, universe.
Uh,
It has a universal appeal. If you show this to read it to a girl, they will feel it okay. It's for me. If you read it to somebody else, they'll feel, is it about me? It's very universal theme.
yeah,
Great to hear this.
because like
Lovely. I would be waiting for your book to come out, poetry book. I love reading poetry, and especially from a young person like you, I would be looking forward. So with this, we came to come to end of this talk show. I hope you had as much fun as I had talking to you. We had covered a lot of topics. And what would be your parting words?
uh, my I would say just think about a wider image. Think about the society where you are actually where you are actually spreading love and peace. Just love all, hate none. It's all keep rising, keep shining, and abad raho. That's all from my side.
Thank you so much. Thank you, people who are subscribing to my channel. Keep subscribing, keep loving this channel. Week after week, we bring youth to you with different perspective, different opinion, and different issues which matter to them. And before I end the show, like every week, please do a little bit about your planet, a little one step which you take from your end, from home, will make a big change eventually. So let's make this planet beautiful. Bye bye. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you for being here.